What's up, everybody? I once said this. Doing this stuff to be selfish. Like, I'm not storing up and trying to stack cash and all that stuff to be selfish. I'm doing it to prepare for my family, my friends. Like, the plan has always been the same, you know? Watch the world, help the family and friends avoid danger, and then put it into action. And so, I've been thinking, you know, like, what makes me me? You know, they say we're all shaped by our childhood and everything. And so, thinking back to my childhood, I'm like, you know, what have I seen? The main thing that sticks out is my mom. She was a grinder, like hard work. You know, we was living in rough spots. I think I got stabbed at like the age of 7 or something like that. Either way, she got us out of the hood. She was grinding for like, seemed like forever. And I was young, you know, I'm watching it happen. And so she does like this whole free stint of like working like 3 jobs, you know what I mean? We end up moving out to a nicer neighborhood. And, you know, wow. Now that I think about it, I did bring that with me. Interesting. Like, I was used to being jumped like daily, like just gangs of cats, you know, just jumping me. And so I think the first school I ended up at was Crockett. And all the teachers liked me, everybody liked me, but I was fighting every day, it seemed like, in Crockett. Eventually, they expelled me and sent me over to Grice. I think I just had a realization now that I brought that old school Trenton stuff with me over to Crockett, even though I was cool, you know what I mean? Like, smiles and good personality and all that. They must not have been seeing that beforehand. The problem was me. Incredible. You guys just watched me have a freaking realization. Either way, another thing that I learned was work ethic. You know, like, I can go long periods of time with grind and just stick to itiveness. That's what I like to call it. And I learned it from watching my mom. And I realized that as I got older, you know, like, it's really important to keep that grind going. And seeing how hard things were for her made me, I guess, have an appreciation for women, you know, and on top of that, try, you know, I saw a lot of try. And so I got that instilled in me from her, plus, you know, instilled with a whole bunch of other stuff, probably environment and stuff like that too. Like I just said, I didn't realize I brought Trenton with me over to Grice. Over to Crockett. Yeah, I got a lot of those, you know, quote unquote good traits, you know, from watching my mom do what she had to do. And that's all well and good. But then, you know, now that I'm older, those traits, the same traits, might get me into trouble, you know? And so I just now figured out, like the other day, like, hey, oh wow, is that how you find your boundaries? You take the good traits that you got, and then you flip it and find out where are those good traits not good anymore? Where will they get you in trouble? Where will they mess you up? And that is like a mind because, yeah, those same exact traits might get you in trouble by, you know, trying too hard, trying too much, taking on too much. You know what I mean? Like, you keep going at stuff and you get burnt out. You know what I mean? Some things should be left alone. Other things, you keep on doing that. So if it's you know, you're starting a business or you're entrepreneur, you know what I mean? Those traits seem to be very highly rewarding. You know, going years without seeing the actual fruits yet. You know, like, you're still going and you're almost there. You finally see something 5 years in, you know. But there's other traits, like there's other things where that's not good for you. You know, you got to learn to just step back and let it go. Different aspects. So, yeah, what are your good traits? That's my question. And where will they get you in trouble? What'd you learn from your parents? What'd you learn from your environment? And where will they get you in trouble? You know, childhood definitely shaped my love for MMA and all that. You know, I'd like to go back to class and compete and stuff like that, you know. But back then, getting jumped, it was horrible. Oh, it was so uncool. I didn't like it at all. Oh, man. But all right, folks. These parking lot walk videos are going to be loud and unstructured. Just be chatting, I guess. But, Mom, if you ever watch this, thank you for shaping me. And, you know, I love you. Happy Mother's Day.